Oh there, this is Mike Goldenberg with some Amulet Titan Karn doing a replay video for an MTGO competitive league. I'm here against Tron. I had to mulligan that first hand, didn't do much, and the second hand wasn't very good. It really is just trying to ride the power of Karn. Opponent has a fast start, but luckily I have a Ghost Quarter hand. I try to slow them down with that Ghost Quarter, but a Sylvan Scrying gets them back to where they were. At this point I'm just playing lands and trying to hopefully not getting Karned. But opponent Karns me, and they end up grabbing a Crucible of Worlds. I played the Coalition Relic last turn so that I could animate it with Karn to attack in and either defend my Karn or kill theirs. If you notice right now, at this particular moment, our opponent is completely locked out because of our Karn. Their Expedition Map and their Oblivion Stone do absolutely nothing here, when normally those would have been fantastic top decks against Amulet, because Expedition Map would get them to Tron, and O-Stone would absolutely annihilate the entire board. Also, having a Walking Ballista in play that really is just a 2-mana 1/1, thanks to Karn, is absolutely wonderful. So here I am. I played a bunch of lands. I don't know if it went kind of quick, but I did the math, and because I killed their Karn, I can use my Coalition Relic again. I had enough mana to cast Azusa, cast Crucible, and then Ghost Corner them again, just so I can't die to a top-decked tower. Opponent concedes from this particular point. Because if you notice, I have the Lattice Lock online next turn, and opponent knows it and concedes. So that's game one. Okay, this is game number two. I kept a turn 4 Titan hand, which is probably too slow, and as you can see here, I get punished because of it. This should have been a mulligan. Turn 4 Titan on the draw. Sorry, turn 4 Titan on the draw is way too slow here. So I drop in Azusa. Opponent shows me that they're going to have Tron mana online next turn, and I just put a bunch of bounce lines in play and say, hey, you know, I'm going to have a primetime next turn. Opponent casts Karn and casts a Torpor Orb, which makes even my primetime not very great. I grab Pithing Needle, name Karn Liberated, because I feel like the only way I'm really losing this game is from a Karn Liberated at this particular point. So our opponent has a Nature's Claim and casts said Karn Liberated and fetches up a Ulamog. At this point, there's not much I can do, especially with that Torpor Orb. Even if I packed for primetime can't even do much because Torpor Orb stops its abilities. I am effectively locked out of this game, so I concede. Game 3 on the play. I have a very good hand here. If I find an Amulet off of Ancient Stirrings, this is a turn 3 Titan. I do find an Amulet, and I play it. So I play in a manner which I'll be able to hold up the Ghost Quarter and cast Primetime. And I make a kind of unique play here, which I think is what wins me this match. So I go for the attack, because there's no reason not to. Knock my opponent down to 12. When I fetch here, I just fetch 2 more Karoo lands, and I bounce 2 Karoo lands back to my hand. This way I'm going to be dealing 8 to my opponent, Ghost Quartering one of their lands, and on my second main, I'll be casting Karn the Great Creator, to which my opponent concedes. So at this point, you can see I'm going to Ghost Quarter my opponent, knock them down to, so they're not having, no matter what, they're not having Tron next turn. They have to Expedition Map now, so it's a little tough on them. They're going to have to get something, maybe even a Ghost Quarter to try to stop me. And I have a Primetime in play, which they can't kill, and I have a Karn in play, which can lattice in the following turn. I pressure my opponent on multiple levels here. I attack their lands, I'm attacking the board with a big creature, and I'm attacking with Karn, which attacks on just a very, very unique angle. So the actual list I'm testing, we'll get to, is right here. So I wanted to bring Walking Ballista back into the main, especially with a lot of humans around. I feel like once they Meddling Mage game 1 naming Primetime, I don't have too many outs. So having the extra Walking Ballista main is very, very important, I think, right now. This Karn is not very good against humans. Not very good against Vile decks in general. Plus, having Walking Ballista does give you a lot of outs. It's also got a lot of play with Karn. If it gets path exiled, or if you Bajuka Bog it after it dies, you can buy it back with Karn. That way you don't have to use your first buy on getting Walking Ballista. You can grab a Piling Needle, or an Engineered Explosives, or a Crucible, or a Worm Coil to protect your board a little bit better. So that's the video. Hope you like it. I will see you on the next one.